everybody, I'm Zenith Warrior, and welcome to an impromptu, well, not impromptu, welcome to yet another stream of Kingdom Hearts. However, today we have a special guest, not on camera today, but yeah, we have our special guest, Kat McBarry. How's it going today, Kat?
Don't look at me! Oh wait, you can't see me. I'm doing good. Ready to watch you play some Kingdom Hearts. It's been a while since I watched this game, or played it.
And you got a treat because this is the final mix version. Last time we just did the opening stuff, the Dive to the Heart, and we did the Destiny Islands, the first half, which was basically me just playing a bunch of, mini games, attacking people, getting my ass whooped by a 3-person battle.
I saw that. You suck.
I did actually beat it, though, so that was something.
Eventually.
Also, Kat is going to help us moderate the chat. Not just moderate, but just, like, if anyone says anything in the chat, she's going to let me know. So that's at least something for right now. I did talk to Super Butterbuns about, like, okay, how does that actually work? And she did tell me, I just didn't have time today, and I wanted to stream because I really want to get farther in this game, and a lot of people really liked the last stream, so we're going to make this a regular thing. The audio, everything seems perfect. This stream, I haven't had any drop frames or anything, so I'm really excited because this is something that I really want to do, and if I keep doing it regularly, maybe I could get partnered like some of my friends. With that being said, guys, we're gonna play some Kingdom Hearts. Let's dive on in. Dive to the heart. Yep.
Hi, Gabe. Hi, Max. I'm saying hi to people.
Gabe and Max are actually regular viewers. Gabe, this is his first time watching Kingdom Hearts. He hasn't played it before, so I did watch the stream previously, so I did get to see the comments from before. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting, and we're going to, we're going to comment more this time.
Get ready, you're gonna watch some weird shit.
All right. Now, okay, so last time we basically did all the stuff in the Destiny Islands for the first day. There wasn't too much to do. There was a lot of, like, fights you can do, but there wasn't, like, too much, like, side quests and stuff. Today is a little bit like that, but there's actually a little bit more to find. We're actually going to the other side of the island.
Ooh, we're going to the cool side of the island.
Yeah, this is the cool side of the pillow.
Can I just say how jealous I am of these kids? They have a personal fucking island to just roam around and do whatever the hell they want.
I mean, just look at how beautiful the island is, too. You can really appreciate that with the HD graphics, and screw that falling part of the bridge. I always fall for that every time. So yeah, like, this is a very nice looking island. I love the way everything pops in HD, and I'm going to keep commenting on that. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be gathering soon, but before we do that, I'm going to pick up this chest in the corner because I know where it is. Essentially, there's a couple hidden items here. And Rodolphus, thank you for hosting the stream. Rodolphus is another friend of the show. He was there back when I first started streaming. Thank you. All right, and inside is a Protect Chain. The Protect Chain is one of the accessories that will help out. It's basically a way to get extra defense, which is actually very helpful. Accessories, I generally try to put 1 or 2 on, and as you go throughout the game, you can get more and more of these. But yeah, so that's hidden away in the first area of the game. So we got that. Now, I'm gonna go on a zip line because this is my favorite part of the level. You can just
zip line.
Zip line.
It's so boring. Rodolphus says, "What up?"
Oh, you know how it is with Rodolphus. It's life has been kind of crazy lately, especially with what YouTube is trying to pull. I don't know if you guys heard, but basically my channel was hit with a bunch of those not advertiser-friendly claims, which at this point, it hasn't hit me monetarily, and I'm really hoping that, for the most part, it doesn't really become a major issue. But basically, I've had to battle claims on like 10, 15 videos of them saying, "Oh, it's not advertiser-friendly." 5 of those I've won so far, and I'm just waiting for the rest of the videos to get to at least 1,000 views. But yeah, it's bullcrap. Everyone who's like on YouTube right now knows it's bullcrap. It's pretty much them trying to YouTube is basically moving towards YouTube Red, and what a lot of us are thinking is that this is them taking, getting rid of the ad revenue system and making it all about YouTube Red, a subscription system. And I mean, I haven't been affected too much. I know people like Kadikarus had like 60 videos demonetized. Like Linkara had a lot of stuff. It's been kind of bad in that regard. But for the most part, I'm still doing strong. I have 2 different channels right now. My Let's Play channel, which I haven't posted on Twitch, which I should, but that isn't monetized yet because I don't have enough views anyway. But right now, I'm hoping to move more towards a Twitch-based system and just stream more often, and then get my main revenue there, because that's what Super Butterbuns tends to do.
Rodolphus is asking if you ever finished Diablo.
I actually did finish Diablo. I platinumed that game. I beat the whole thing with 6 different characters, and I do have it for PS4, so I'm probably going to stream that in the future. But wow, I played so damn much of that game. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff that we have to get for the raft. I wish I could hear her again. I know there's a few...
Does it usually list what you have to get?
Oh no, wait, we have to go to Riku first.
Right, you gotta do that race.
Yeah.
The arbitrary race to name the raft.
But I'm gonna name it the Highwind because Final Fantasy reference. Alright. Hello, Riku. Our raft still needs a name. Let's see. How about Highwind?
How about Shit Kicker?
Okay, what do I want to name this?
Doombringer. Scourge of the Seas.
How about Doom Sauce?
Doom Sauce.
It's gonna be a sauce box.
That's not how you spell Doom.
This is how I spell Doom, okay?
You spell it dumb sauce.
Well, it's a dumb Doom.
Dumb.
Okay. Doom Sauce. And now, Kyrie's gonna be the judge. This race, I never beat it the first time. Like, he always does something to get in my way, but we'll see.
He fucking cheats is what he does.
If I win,
I'm captain.
and if you win,
I get to share the Palpu with Kyrie.
Just watch out for that one,
Deal?
that one
The winner
step.
gets to share a Palpu with Kyrie.
Yeah, that
Wait
thing
a
that
minute.
makes me fall all the
Okay.
time.
on my count.
Alright, so he gets a head start. You gotta watch out for
Winner
that
gets-
plank. But the thing that you have to do, or that you should do, is like get in front of him and then use the zip line. It doesn't always work because sometimes he gets ahead, but and I miss it all the time. Yep.
Douchebag.
Yeah, so he's gonna win this race. I honestly don't care. It is what it is. This
Doesn't really matter. It's not like you get anything special for it.
You get, like, I think a potion, but, like, I never really cared for this race anyway. It's all arbitrary, and it's very hard to win. and it's like, whatever.
Honestly, I usually just stayed on the ground. I never bothered with the zip line because I always missed it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna attempt to outrun him like good old-fashioned race.
Yeah, the problem is the platforming is very stiff in this game.
Yeah.
Now the score is 1-4 because I actually did beat him in the fight, but I don't care about the score. It's just another way for him to embrace the darkness in his heart. Darkness. All right, now we
Darkness
can
has
talk.
descended upon us.
Now we can talk to Kyrie. God damn it, Michael Wood. Now we can talk to Kyrie, and we can actually get a list of the things that we need to get. That's what today is about, is basically getting the rest of the stuff you need for the raft and the food and stuff. And the amount of provisions seems like a lot, but when you think about it, it's not that much, and we'll get to that in a sec. So, collect provisions. We're looking for 1 seagull egg, 3 mushrooms, 2 coconuts, 3 fish, and drinking water. That's all they want for their trip. That's all the food.
They're gonna starve to death on like the second day.
But not from the ocean, so you need to get fresh drinking water. And she gave us a bottle. Now, the thing is, you might ask, okay, where the hell am I supposed to find fresh drinking water that's not, on an island? It's actually pretty simple, because there's this little cave, and you just walk up to it. Yep. Hey, I just randomly got drinking water. Okay. That's the easy part. Okay, so we have 1 mushroom over here. It'll let me get it. Come on. There we go. Mushroom. And we have a second mushroom down here if we push the boulder. The boulder pushes for no man. Okay, so that's 2. Now, we need 3 coconuts, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it was 3. I believe it was 3.
And the weird thing is, you hit the tree, and you can only obtain the yellow coconuts. You can't obtain the other coconuts, because apparently they're not eatable. It's odd. But you just strike the tree, and you get your coconut.
Come on!
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly-dee, here they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head.
Let me just check with Kyrie, because I'm not seeing any new ones.
He didn't learn the HM push. That comes later.
Oh, you have a charm of thalassa shells, and it's to help us find each other if we get separated. Oh, by the way, this is foreshadowing for Birth by Sleep.
Really?
Yes, it's a big plot point. The 3 of us will
Wow.
always be together.
Yeah, sure. Eventually. Not really.
Okay, we need seagull egg, 1 mushroom, and 3 fish. Okay, so we got all the coconuts. Sorry, I was not paying attention when she was talking. That's my fault. Anyway, so we need 3 fish. I know where the seagull egg is. That's actually pretty easy. It's on the other side of the island, and that's the interesting thing about this, is that you have to utilize every side of the island, and I like that. You can see the seagull egg right there. It's on top of that palm tree. Hi, Waka. I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Please do.
That's the most hated part of that battle is every time you fight him, and he hits you in the face with that damn volleyball. He's like, I'm good. Like, no, you hit me in the face with a goddamn volleyball. Like, fuck you.
His hair gives him super strength.
My hair is defying gravity.
Clearly.
Alright, so we're gonna save the final mushroom for last because that's where the cutscene is. The fish are swimming in here, and you just walk up to them and you obtain the fish. But I don't know how you just walk up and just grab a fish, but Sora is talented. And that's our 3
Seriously, he's
fish.
able to just go up there and just grab the freaking fish. That's skill right there.
Yeah, let me just grab my fish. Hey fish, I'm gonna grab you. You gonna be my fish?
Uses parachute pants as nets.
Alright, that's everything there. Let's go over and, see the cutscene. So, see this little spot right here? This little alcove? Something that nobody would think to go into. Granted, when I was a kid, I just went everywhere, and granted, I had a strategy guide, but, like, this little alcove is a place you're supposed to go. That's where you advance the story.
Every great tale begins with a scary dark cave.
And there's the mushroom. So we grab the mushroom, and the cutscene begins.
I like how he grabs the mushroom and then suddenly he's seeing this weird trippy ass scene.
It's like Alice in Wonderland. But this is a pretty heartwarming scene. It does actually give a little bit more about their bond together and how much that these two mean to each other, which is great world building for later because Kairi is a very important part of the plot, even though she doesn't do much. And it's a sweet scene. I like that, you know, there's some really nice music. I mean, Kingdom Hearts has great music.
Look, who's there?
Mm-hmm.
I've come to see the door to
And I
this
love
world.
this voice actor.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Stranger danger!
Tied
Stranger
to
danger!
the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know.
His eyes were glowing, he looked like a giant Jawa.
So you're from another world.
And he doesn't answer
There is so
any of our
very much to
questions
learn.
at all.
You understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll see. I'm gonna get out and learn what's out there.
A meaningless effort.
One who
One
knows
who knows
nothing can understand nothing.
Nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna comment a few things on the scene. First of all, there's a giant door. Just a giant door to the world here. I'm guessing that's the door to the heart of the world where, you know, and if you mess with the heart of the world, that's when darkness happens, and we don't like darkness. Second thing, I'm pretty sure the cloaked guy was Ansem. Not Ansem the Wise, I'll explain in a minute, but Ansem is a man who basically researched the darkness, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to learn later, but Ansem wanted to understand the darkness inside people's hearts, and so that, I believe, is him. Well, it gets complicated later on, but essentially for now, that's Ansem, I believe. Second thing, I really love that dialogue between them of, you know, one who knows nothing can understand nothing. And it's a very conflicting set of ideals where Sora is very innocent and naive, and he doesn't really understand how dark the world can be. But at the same time, what I really love about this is that you understand both points of view. One's very cynical and one's very optimistic, and both people are right and both people are wrong. And it's very much a case of, okay, who are you going to side with? And both of them have their tenets, and I like that. I like that there's philosophy behind it. And yeah, he's young, naive, he doesn't know nothing, he doesn't really understand the true meaning behind what's going on, but at the same time, he doesn't have to, and I think that's great. Okay, so we're gonna turn in our items.
You got all the fish, right?
Yeah, you only needed 3.
Okay.
Normally you save that other mushroom for last, like, otherwise the cutscene wouldn't play. Well, actually, no, it does play. It's weird because I find it better if you get all the items and leave that last, because otherwise then you have to go to the rest of the island, and all of a sudden it's like darkness, darkness, darkness. Oh, lighthearted fun. Okay, and she found a high potion. See, she is more useful than that 3-person battle ever was. She gives me a high potion, not a goddamn potion.
Seriously.
At least give
It's
me
like-
something useful.
I know, right? It's like, okay, just find these things for me, and I'll get you this really good healing potion. And the other 3 are like, hey, beat all 3 of us while we beat you mercilessly. We'll give you this tiny dinky ass potion.
The only thing it's really good for is
No, Riku has changed.
for leveling up characters.
What do you
That's
mean?
it.
Well, you okay? Sora, let's take the raft and go. Just the 2 of us. Huh? Just kidding. What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
So
Maybe.
pretty.
You know, I was a little afraid at first, but now I'm ready.
Yo, Kairi's a
No matter where I
cocktease,
go
man.
or
Yeah, I know.
What I see, I know I can always
Like,
come back to.
Riku clearly has the hots for her, and then
Right?
she's like, hey, Sora, let's
Yeah,
run
of
off
course.
together.
That's good.
Bitch.
Yeah, she doesn't
Sora,
care at
don't ever
all
change.
about
Huh?
Riku's feelings.
I just can't wait. Once we set sail.
I will say though, I love the
It'll be
voice
great.
actors that they got for this. Haley Joel Osment as Sora. Even after all these years, I'm like, he does a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Haley Joel Osment is how old now, and he's still, like, can pull that off? That's amazing.
Hi, Mickey.
Sorry, troubles with brewing. Disney World is about to be wiped off the face of the earth by a hurricane. Okay, he's in his 30s. All right. Yeah. You still sound like a young a teenager. That's impressive.
Apologize to Minnie for me. Oh, come on, Mickey. We knew you were
You're an
bad.
asshole, Mickey.
He's a bad husband. Like, this is established in
What could this
Disney,
mean?
but like, wow.
It means we'll just.
She gonna
have to
whoop
trust
your
the
ass when you
king.
get home, boy.
No, she's saying in the game that we just have to trust him, and she's so reserved in this. I'm like, that's not Minnie, that's an imposter. That's a scroll.
No, she's doing her queenly duty and, staying calm in the face of adversity and trouble. But she wants to kick his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. You be careful now, both of you. Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
So to chronicle our travels, we have Jiminy Cricket.
Over here! Cricket's the
This
name.
is like
I love
Jiminy
I love you
Cricket
don't
at
even
your
see him that
service.
much too.
We hope for your safe
he's just
return.
there, and like
Please,
I
help
like
the
the
king.
idea of Jiminy's journal. In fact, it brings out the completionist in me because I love 100%ing my games. But the biggest problem I have is that it's just, why Jiminy Cricket of all people?
Gorge, Jiminy.
I guess because they had the
Your world
Pinocchio world, they had to
disappeared
sort of
too.
shoehorn him in
It
somehow.
was terrible. We were scattered.
I mean, Pinocchio
And
is
as
like
far
the
as I can
second
see,
biggest
I'm the only one who made it to
biggest
this castle.
property. Surprising that Snow White isn't in this game.
Oh,
She's not until
right.
later franchises.
I
Later
you
games.
mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let
Wow,
our
I
world
just
fall.
realized that
Huh?
too, that Goofy's helmet doesn't
We
fit
gotta
over
protect
his
the
head.
world border.
Yes, I like how he has this knight's helmet,
Right.
but it doesn't fit at all. He just wears it as a hat.
That's so goofy.
Ooh,
It
guess
fits.
We'll need new duds when we get there.
No, it doesn't.
But that's what's goofy about it.
I want like a goofy, face-shaped helmet. That'd be amazing.
Oh god. Okay, now we're introduced to the gummy ship. The most boring part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
and I will be 100%ing this game, so I will do the gummy ship sections.
Oh god, you are?
Yeah.
I always skip that shit. I'm like, if it has nothing to do with the regular game, I'm not gonna bother.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a regular playthrough where I'm just going to do the story, and that's what we're going to be streaming right now. And then we're going to go for the 100% stuff, and that's where I have my guide, which I have it right here. This is the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 remix, whatever the fucking thing is, strategy guide, and it has all the stuff for the first few games. It has Chain of Memories in it too. I generally don't do it when I'm going for the story part, but when I need to get 100%, I have that. And it's essential because they changed the location of the Dalmatians in 1.5 Final Mix. It's weird.
I like how they just drop the ship through a hole in the ground. Physics! How does it work?
And witness as we have the only time that Sora's parents ever appear in the franchise.
I just can't wait.
Will, quote, appear.
Yeah. We never hear from them after this one point.
Storm?
So there's a storm brewing in the game.
The raft!
And as he goes over to check on the raft, which, like, he's on a separate island, so that makes sense. But his parents just say, oh, hey, dinner's ready. We never hear from them ever again. We never see them. We see some of the other people on this island in Kingdom Hearts 2, but that's it.
They just accept that their children are just, you know, going off on an adventure and will come back in their own time.
Riku's boat! And Kairi's!
Well, actually, their world is destroyed, so for a while, I think they're like... Would you say dead? Because, I mean...
Well, they would be heartless. Imagine, like, the swarm of Heartless he fights with, like, two of them are his parents. Like, those two right there, they could be his parents.
Oh,
How messed up is that?
But then again, I wonder if everything's restored once the world is restored. It's never officially stated. Like, the game is kind of vague about that.
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
I hate this
The
part.
door.
It's like, you want
It's
to
open.
fight, but you can't.
What?
Yeah,
door is open, Sora.
You can't use your sword at all.
Now we can go to the outside
at least
world.
until
What are you
Riku
talking
succumbs
about?
to
We gotta
darkness.
find Kairi!
Kairi's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the
Riku,
darkness.
you're acting a little bit crazy.
Yeah. This is like some cult level shit right here.
Riku.
I expect him to pull out a thing of Kool-Aid any minute now.
There's a couple things in this scene that aren't explicitly stated, but yeah, I'm gonna have to explain, because they don't really state it, it's implied though. It's very much implied.
Well, like, is he a Heartless at this point, or is he just, you know, being corrupted? Like, they never made it clear.
There is something that is going on here. I'll explain in just 1 second once this cutscene ends. Keyblade. Keyblade.
And suddenly Keyblade. There we go.
Alright, now I'm going to pause for a second because I want to discuss a couple things. So, remember I said before that the cloaked figure that we met is supposedly Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. That's my theory. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but if you haven't played the second game, I don't want to spoil the major twist of it. But let's just say Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. And so, Riku acts like he talked to someone before this point. My theory is that before this whole scene happened, he talked to Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, in that cave. And he explained to Riku a little bit more about, like, the worlds beyond and what's going on with that. And that would explain a lot of the events in the game. So basically, he told Riku that there's so much that lies beyond, and he fed into the darkness within Riku's heart because Riku is more in tune with that. And so what he's saying here is that, like, he was you know, he has to not be afraid. He has to embrace the darkness in order to see the other worlds. Because as we see in Kingdom Hearts 2, there are doors and pathways through the darkness to other worlds, and that's what he's using. However, he's doing this at the sacrifice of his own world, which is kind of a no-no. The second thing to note here is that we get the Keyblade. The Keyblade was not meant for Sora. It was meant for Riku.
Really?
Yes. Originally, the Keyblade was meant for Riku. He was someone very, very strong-willed, very strong of heart, capable of fighting off against the darkness, but Ansem got to him first. And that's why later on in the game, when Ansem reveals himself, it makes sense what's going on throughout the entire game. He isn't being manipulated by Maleficent. He's been talking to Ansem the entire time, and Ansem's the one pulling the strings.
Okay, I guess that would make sense. I mean, Riku does seem more of the type to, like, kind of fit that hero mold, I guess, but at the same time, he's way more corruptible.
Yes.
So that's kind of interesting. Like, they stole the original character away, and now we're left with the backup.
Granted, the game does not outright tell you this, and that's one of the problems of the first Kingdom Hearts. It's very vague. Kingdom Hearts 2 does a lot more explaining, but a lot of people don't like it because it does all these explanations. And I'm like, but I like that it actually takes time to reveal some of these twists. And I think later games in the series do a better job of actually explaining what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of people think that they're ass pulls or they come like out of left field, but if you pay attention, it's there. I think he doesn't rate it as he goes along, as a lot of people think. I think what really happens is that he's just bad at explaining sometimes, and so when he does reveal some things, they come out as like kind of an asshole. Granted, some things I've heard later down the line are not, what's the word? They're not exactly executed properly, but we'll get to that. I hear Dream Drop distance is not that great, but I have 2.8 on PS4, so we'll discuss that when we get to it. And that's why... Go on.
Max is asking what your favorite Keyblade is.
Oh, Oathkeeper and Oblivion. I actually have an Oathkeeper Keyblade prop in my room. I've cosplayed as Valor Form Sora a couple times. It's one of my favorite scenarios. What was I going to say? Whatever. I'll think about it later. I'm just gonna do a little bit leveling until I get scanned, because once you hit level 9, you get scanned, and that I prefer to have that for later worlds.
Agreed.
And you can enjoy this amazing battle game. Let's see. I can't. The thing is, you can't open the menu when there's enemies. It's a problem when there's enemies always around. But this is a good source of just leveling up, because there's lots of HP balls. It takes a little bit of time to level up with, you know, how few experience you get. But then again, there's a lot of shadows. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I don't think Kingdom Hearts is convoluted like a lot of people say. I think it's complex. And I think the thing is, it started off very simple in this game, and it got more complex, and then people who are used to just like a simple story of boy wants to save his world, were a little bit put off by that. But the thing is, this is presented simply. It's not a simple story. If you look at like a lot of the symbolism and philosophy behind the game, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes, and that's what I'm going to do when I eventually get around to Let's Playing and reviewing these games. It's just like I do an analysis, and I think there's a lot more underneath the surface that people just don't pay attention to, and it's kind of a shame, but at the same time, you know, people just really like surface level stuff, and that's fine. That's your prerogative.
Rodolphus had a question. Forgive me if I butcher this a bit. Does 1.5 plus 2.5 compilation contain playable versions of Recoded and 358/2 days, or are they just videos?
they are just cutscenes, but the thing is, they don't play as videos. You have to actually advance through some parts because they're a collection of cutscenes, and then there's explanations of what happens in between. They're a good substitute, but I would recommend getting the actual games for 2 reasons. One, I love the gameplay in 358 over 2 days. I think it's highly underrated. I know Johnny lampooned it, but I like 358 over 2 days. And it's a great version of the story, don't get me wrong. I think the story's fantastic. Shion's a great character. But I think it's highly worth actually getting 358 over 2 days, even though it's a stupid-ass title. As for Recoded, I hear it's not really worth your time, but I haven't played it. I have it on DS, but I haven't actually gotten around to it, so I would like to at some point. I'm running out of shadows now.
We'll go up the tree. I believe there's more up there. Don't go near the door.
I will embrace the darkness. Go to the door of darkness.
Suddenly I'm picturing evil Kermit. He's like, embrace the darkness.
God damn it, Kermit, no.
That's who it was in the cave. It wasn't Ansem, it was Kermit.
That would make too much sense because Disney does own the Muppets. Oh my god. Imagine if they
Best
put
plot
in
twist.
Muppets were.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Disney, this is a little bit off topic for what we're playing right now, but Kat and I run a podcast called The Disney Debate with our friend Eric. We run through all the different Disney movies in sequential order, and we talk about them. The older episodes are a little bit old, but we have a whole bunch of episodes. If you like Disney movies, you can, why not, give it a check out, because we do have some interesting ones. We just did, we're in the middle of Elseworlds month, which is basically movies based on Disney. And so we did Mirror Mirror by Tarsum Singh. And we also, we just put up Snow White and the Huntsman. And Snow White and the Huntsman is an interesting one, to say the least. It's not exactly good, per se, but it gave us 2 of my favorite running gags. So yeah, I think it's a good podcast. I have a lot of fun doing it with my fellow co-hosts. And I think it does fit in well with Kingdom Hearts. We did one very old one on Kingdom Hearts way back when, but that was like ages ago. And granted, our show has improved as we've gotten better technology, and I think now with Discord, our audio has gotten so much better.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on!
So if you like our banter here, then check our podcast out. Shout out to Doug and Eric. Doug is the behind-the-scenes guy on the podcast. He basically does all the stuff behind the scenes that we need done. I think I'm out of Heartless. I'm gonna go through the door now. I'm pretty close to the next level anyway.
Yeah, may as well.
All right. So you notice how right here, the door from our Dive to the Heart appeared. We have to go inside this door. And inside the door is another door.
So many doors.
And cutscene time.
Kairi! Sora...
And now we're floating on an island of rubble.
Whoa!
Kind of disturbing when you think about it.
Yeah, his world was just destroyed. Whoops. Now, another thing to note about that scene, there's actually stuff going on behind the scenes in that scene that you may not understand. They'll reveal it later, so I don't want to say too much, but essentially, something happened to Kairi there, and they subtly hinted at what it is, and if you pay attention, you can figure it out.
Now we gotta fight this fucking behemoth.
Yeah, he actually has a bit more health than last time, but his attack pattern hasn't changed. And all he does is summon these Heartless.
I love he's just flexing his muscles.
Buns and dies, it's all about the fix. And yeah, max
Seriously.
HP up.
Seriously, he is toned for a Heartless. Look at those glutes. Oh my.
I had a 10-second massive mix. Now, oh, did I beat him before he did his special attack? Yes, I did. I must have leveled up a little bit much, but his other attack that if you let him do is he plunges his hand into the heart of the world and picks up pieces of the core and attacks you with it. So that's pretty cool, but I beat him before he did that.
Oh. Oh. Look! A star's going out!
So yeah, that star that just went out, that's a world. And every single star represents another Disney world. And the stars lately have been going out. So something's going on.
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon.
Oh god, they come. I'm gonna mention. Like, I'm gonna comment on the name Leon in a bit.
You know, I bet you that.
What do you know, you big palooka?
What do
What
I
do
know?
I know? I love that exchange.
Come on, Pluto!
Of course, Pluto's the only one to actually find Sora.
Yep. Surprised that he doesn't just lead them straight to Mickey.
Oh. Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream.
You'll want to know though how Sora ended up there, completely unscathed.
Where am I?
I'm guessing maybe the door to darkness.
Oh,
It's not really explained.
Do you know where we are?
He was.
Then again, they don't really explain how a lot of random
Hey!
characters from worlds that have like disappeared suddenly end up elsewhere, like completely intact.
What they basically do is they show them being sucked into this giant like black void, and that's about it. Like I guess that's the door to darkness, but it's not explicitly stated. Now, the thing that really irks me about this game, they don't call Squall, you know, from Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII, but he's not Leon. He's Squall Leonhardt. Get it right.
I was confused, and I'll admit it right now, I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games, so, you know, him insisting about this, like, his name being that way, I'm like, okay, I guess it's a character quirk or something. But, yeah, it's kind of weird that they changed it just for this game. Like, what, did they not have the rights to the name? Just everything else?
I don't know. They have the rights to Titus and several other Final Fantasy characters, and he's going by Leon now, not Squall. They mention his name as Squall once.
To be fair, Leon is a lot better name than Squall.
Yeah. Now pay attention to this guy. This guy right here. Something's gonna happen later, and it's funny. So, I'm gonna point that out. Just keep him in mind. That character design.
He looks so derp.
Seeing all of this town will take some time, Kupo, especially for newcomers. Okay, so certain areas we can't get to. Yeah, like Traverse Town, what I like about it is it's kind of a puzzle. Like, the more you come back here, the more that you can do. Like this treasure chest right here. You can't open it, but there's something that you can do later when you come back to Traverse Town. And I like that. I like that there's stuff going on. So there's item shop, but we don't have any money. Oh, hey look, it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Hey guys, we'll be seeing you a much better material later on.
You know, some say that life is like a hurricane.
Here in Duckburg, or should I say Traverse Town?
Alright, so what you gotta do is go into the accessory shop, And here you meet Sid. Sid, well, this Sid is from Final Fantasy VII, but Sid is a staple of Final Fantasy. There's one in every single one except for, I think, the first. Yeah, I don't believe there was they mentioned Sid in, like, ancient text, but he wasn't actually in the game. Ah, it's only a kid. I'm not a kid, and the name's Sora. Okay, simmer down now, y'all. So why the long face, Sora? You lost or something? No, well, maybe. Where are we? We're in Traverse Town. So they don't know anything about other worlds, which is kind of funny because, like, maybe these are old school, like, medieval worlds that don't know about, like, space travel or something. I don't know.
Well, they're gonna have their minds blown when suddenly, like, Sora shows up in his spaceship.
All right, so we got a treasure chest on a windowsill that has mithril shards in it.
Nobody questions this.
Video game logic.
Yep.
But that's at least one good thing about Kingdom Hearts 1 that I think is better than Kingdom Hearts 2. 2 just doesn't have good chest placement or, like, secrets. There's not as much, like, puzzle elements as in that game. Like, this game, everything feels like there's secrets just waiting to be discovered everywhere. And if you keep looking, like, there's bound to be something somewhere that you can find. And it's just like, you know, hey, why not check out this? Why not check out that? Like, there's much more to explore, you know? And here's the synthesis shop where you can forge new weapons and stuff, but it's closed for the time being. And, crap, I didn't want to do that. Hey, fatty, you're in the way. Okay, I'll go around again. But yeah, you can actually climb onto the roof of the building, and I love that. I love that you can do that, and there's actually chests on the other side of the building. If I can jump and grab it. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Probably would have helped if you didn't destroy the the boxes.
Nah, I'm doing it the hard way. Oh yeah, there's a postcard there. See, the thing is, in Traverse Town, if you find all 10 postcards, you get different rewards, and they're all, like, different things scattered around that you can do. Granted, you can't get to a lot of it yet. Let's see. And I can't... See, I have a giant key, and I don't realize, hey, I can unlock that. You'll learn that later. But now is the only place to go is in this door to the second district. Now, remember that guy I said before? He's kind of a heartless now. So yeah, we see Heartless after we get into the second district because that guy I mentioned to look for, he basically becomes Heartless. Now, the funny thing though is that they just use that character model. That guy is still alive in the first district.
Really? Great continuity.
There's also Heartless now in the first district, which is actually pretty nice. But because crowd mode kicks my ass. Oh wait, no, everyone's left. When you come back here afterwards, you'll find that, you'll find that pretty much that character model is just reused because he's alive. You just turn into a Heartless briefly, I guess. I don't know.
Saki Kitty's saying the game volume's too loud.
Game volume's too loud? How's that?
Haven't responded yet.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
I can't hear it, so otherwise I'd be hearing myself
And
talk
they'll
right
keep
now.
on coming at you. As long as you continue to wield the key.
Just keep playing. I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Yep.
But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that keyblade.
Alright, so now is,
There's no
I
way
went
you're
back
getting
into the
this.
accessory shop a little bit too soon.
Alright.
But essentially,
Then have it your way.
Leon is here and we have to fight him. Granted, I did a little bit leveling earlier than normal, so he's probably not going to be too hard, but he does hit hard in this game. You don't have to win the fight. It gives you, I think, an elixir. But, yeah, so this guy, he hits hard. You just want to avoid his initial attacks. Keep your distance. Watch out for his fireballs. Stuff like that.
I'll admit, I really do like his weapon, even if it doesn't make sense.
You don't make sense. Yeah, and I lost. Oh, it's an optional battle. I only win sometimes. I usually go for it during my, like, Let's Plays.
Hey,
But,
you found it.
yeah, you're
Nice
supposed to
going,
basically
Leon.
use the time in the second district to level up before you fight these
Still,
guys.
It looks like
I don't
things are
really
worse than we
need to
thought.
do that right now.
A
I'm
lot
just...
worse.
Because I did a little bit of leveling up beforehand. So, I think we're good.
The thing I love is that even when you faint from the effort, it's like, okay, well, this battle was completely pointless.
That was entirely pointless. Oh, by the way, this scene right here, this wasn't in the original game. This is something they added later.
Ooh.
And it showcases Riku pretty much just waking up in Hollow Bastion.
Ooh.
From what I understand, they didn't add audio to it. I'm not listening to the audio of the game right now, so I can't tell. Speaking of audio, how's everything? Can you guys hear us okay?
They said you could turn it down a little more.
Okay.
Gosh, there's nobody here. Sure is spooky.
I have it at -18. Hopefully that's good.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they said it's much better.
Okay. I'll keep that for future
Come on,
streams.
lazy
Again,
bum.
I'm still
Wake
getting
up.
new to this. Granted, I'm still the same kind of guy, same presentation,
okay?
but I'm very new to streaming.
I
I guess I shouldn't say
Those
new,
creatures
because
that
I actually
attacked
used to
you are
stream
after
way
the
back when,
Keyblade.
but
it's your
they
heart
weren't very
really
good.
want, because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie.
I find it funny when he wakes up, he thinks that
I
Yuffie
think
is
you might have
Kairi,
overdone it,
and there
Squall.
actually is a story reason for this. Like, it's not that
That's
he was hit too hard. It's related to one of the twists later. So yeah, that's
we had to
it's
get
interesting.
It away from you to shake off those creatures.
And here I thought
Turns
he
out
ate one of those
that's how they
shrooms he
trap
collected.
you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe.
By the way, I looked up the
you,
reason for
of all
why they
people, were
changed his
chosen.
name. In the game, they said it's because he was ashamed of himself for not being able to save his world, so he felt he wasn't
Well,
worthy of his
I
name.
suppose beggars
But
can't be
in terms of
choosers.
like the,
Why
you
don't
know,
start making
the real
sense?
reason,
What's
the
going on
creators said that it was to avoid spoiling the revelation of his
You know
role
there
in
are
Mickey's
many
first
other
letter
worlds
to
out there
Donald.
Besides your castle in this town.
I guess that
right?
comes up in a later game or something.
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've
I
been
guess.
secret because they've never been connected.
Wow. Okay.
Until now. When the Heartless came.
Yeah, so it's a plot reason apparently,
changed.
which is still kind of stupid.
It's stupid, and it makes him seem
ones
emo,
who attacked
even
you,
more so than
do
he
you
already is.
Those without hearts.
Wait until Cloud shows
The
up,
darkness
then,
of
then the
people's
emo
hearts.
levels will be like
That's
sky
what
high.
attracts them.
And there is darkness. within every heart.
Everything changed when the Heartless
Hey,
Nation
Have
attacked.
you heard of someone named Ansem?
And see, they start to mention Ansem here,
Sam?
and
He
a
was
lot of
studying
people
the
say that
Heartless.
Ansem comes out of left field. He doesn't.
He recorded all
There's
of his
hints
findings in a
everywhere,
very detailed
but
report.
I think it's a decent reveal.
Gosh.
Essentially,
Could we see it?
Ansem
Its pages are scattered
is
everywhere.
a person who researched darkness and darkness in
Too
people's
many
hearts.
worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to
He was
find
like,
Yes, those were
Yeah,
my thoughts
pretty much.
exactly.
him.
Good night,
We gotta
Rodolphus.
find him
Night,
quick.
Rodolphus.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade.
I forget,
That's
what do
why
they
they'll
call
keep
her in
coming
this
after
version?
you,
Eris
no
or
matter
Aerith?
Well,
I believe it's
didn't ask for
Aerith,
this.
but
The Keyblade
I'm gonna go
chooses
talk
its
to her
master,
later, and
it
actually I
chose
think
you.
that she's written in the
So,
Jiminy
tough luck.
Journal later, so
How
we'll
did all
figure
this
that out.
happen?
I believe it's
I remember
Aerith.
being in my room.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
I love how Squall is just like, you know what? I don't know what happened to your friends. I don't really care.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Abilities, status. 41 to the next level. So I think that's all right for now. This is going to be a good opportunity to get some EXP before the boss battle coming up. But yeah, so I think it's awesome that they brought back Aerith, or Eris, whatever you want to call her, Aerith for this game, and I really like the voice actor they chose for her. I think it's a very good fit. I like the hints dropped about Ansem, how, like, you know, he was a person in their world, so basically the world of Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And he was like the ruler over there, and they don't tell us too much about Ansem, but they give enough hints for him, so I think that's a good thing right there. Now, so we have Yuffie, and she tells us that the Keyblade can open all sorts of locks. So we're gonna open up this treasure chest, and it has an elixir. So yeah, we don't need to beat this guy in a duel. Alright, now to progress, we need to talk to him. Sooner or later, the Heartless will find you. That's because the Heartless can sense the Keyblade, and they're afraid of it, so they attack. Which, at first, does not make sense, but the thing is, a lot of people lash out at the things they're afraid of. And I think that does make sense.
I guess so.
And I'm ready. So now it's time to see some Heartless.
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
And of course, Donald gets flattened.
Sora, let's go.
Now they say don't bother with a small fry, find the leader. But you know what? This is a good time to get some experience points, level up. I like that, you know, even with all the experience I have had right now, I think this is a good time to level grind. Essentially because I'm on proud mode and I was getting my asses kicked by easier enemies earlier because, you know, I haven't leveled up enough. One thing to note that I'm not showing in this playthrough because I stopped things a little bit early by going back to the accessory shop. As you wander around the second district, if you don't go to the accessory shop and you don't fight Leon, what happens is you see Donald and Goofy following you around and going to various different doors and just missing you. So there's a nice little touch there. Like I think what this game does right is it showcases a lot of really good touches about player choice. And while it does railroad you into like a linear story, you get to choose how you view it for a lot of these things. And I think that's great. There's a lot of little hidden gems for people who want them.
They're dropping YouTube money.
YouTube money. Man, YouTube's dropping YouTube money. It's gone. It's no longer there. Sooner or later, it's not going to be like, comment, subscribe. It's going to be everyone on Twitch. If you guys like what you see, don't forget to follow me on my channel or my other stuff. You know, I do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't just play video games, but video games good. Video games are bad, okay? They're bad. Oh, by the way, the door that I just walked into, this room, this is the household of the 101 Dalmatians. And you don't see 101 Dalmatians here. You know why? They've been stolen. They've been kidnapped. The 99 puppies were lost amid the chaos of the world's destruction. Find them in various worlds. So yeah, they're in treasure chests around the worlds. And I don't know...
How does that happen?
I don't know how they survive. Are the chests just open and they're just sleeping in them?
It's like, again, I'm trying to figure out how certain characters from certain worlds manage to escape the devastation, and here we have 101 dogs. Not only did they all survive their world being destroyed, but they're scattered among like a dozen other worlds. It makes no sense.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, but I love video game logic like that. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I don't have the journal. So the Heartless that I've just been fighting right now, they're called Soldier Heartless. They're a little bit more difficult than the regular Shadows that I've been fighting, but they only really have that one powerful attack, that's about it. And now I have the scan ability, so I can actually see their health, which is helpful, although I'm getting my ass kicked, because there's a lot of...
What's EXP 0?
That's actually something that they put in for this version of the game for Final Mix. If you want to go through the game without receiving experience points, you can do that.
Who would do that? That is cruel.
Yeah, you can do that.
That is super cruel.
And I think there's something like a reward for it, or like if you want to go through and just fight something. I'm not sure, but yeah, you can do that.
What sadist would do that? Like, oh my god.
I do not know, but actually I know a couple people who actually did that. I know someone who forgot to equip abilities. So.
Oh my god.
I know someone who went through the entire game with just the Kingdom Key, and he's played the game many times before. He wanted a challenge, but damn, son.
It's like playing Zelda without the sword.
One thing I like too is if you noticed when your health is low, your image in the right-hand corner changes to like he's all worn out, and then immediately it changes back later. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of grinding here. I'm level 9. I wanted to get the scan ability, but I recommend for the boss at least level 12, which is what I should have done before fighting Leon. Like if I really wanted to, I should have not gone back to the accessory shop to save, but that's the only save point in this area. So like because I'm on proud mode, I kind of had to. It's kind of a flaw in proud mode, if you ask me, where you're basically forced to do things the game's way, because otherwise you have no way to save, no way to heal up, aside from these HP balls. But really, they're not that good. Now, on top of the Boots and Shoes Emporium, another treasure chest with a postcard. Because why not?
Just there to taunt you.
Alright. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do in this district, just not when there are Heartless here. And I'll probably just save that for later. Especially because while you can do some things, it's better to do them after you face the boss, because then the Heartless go away for a little bit. And you can't interact with chests and like stuff like that until there's no Heartless around, and that gets kind of annoying. And I get why they do it. You know, you don't want to just like randomly tap a chest while you're fighting Heartless, but eh. Also, you might notice like Spirit Shard, Mithril Shard, stuff that we're gaining dropped from Heartless. These are synthesis items. These are things that you need to get the best weapons in the game. So I do my best to get the best of the best of the best.
Even though those things quickly become useless once you start leveling up.
Yep. Surrounded by Heartless. I'm getting a lot of tech points though.
I gotta say, I'm curious how like certain hearts become certain Heartless. Like, are the more evil they are, the bigger and badder they are? Is that how it works?
I think it depends on the strength of the heart and strength of the willpower. It's very vague. It's not exactly stated, and you know they do the same thing with nobodies too. It's like some of the nobodies have like consciousness and can talk, but some can't. A lot of it is, you know, these people were knowledgeable about this stuff beforehand, so maybe the ones with like who know that about the Heartless are the ones who retain their consciousness. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but it doesn't make sense with what happens with Sora later on.
Yeah, it doesn't. I can try to explain that a little bit. The problem is it's vague on their terms. If they defined how specifically it worked, then people would be less confused. Now, granted, I don't think they have to. I mean, it's a fantasy world, fantasy concepts. The story will still go on without me understanding these terms, and I'm fine with that. I think it would be a little bit better if I knew what was going on, but overall, not that big of a deal.
It's not. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's just something that was always in the back of my mind.
Yeah. Okay, so another treasure chest up on this church. You have to do platforming to get to it, and because platforming is kind of hard in this game, you know, you fall off a lot. So you really have to get to the edge of the ledge and jump. Sometimes you fall. And there's a mega potion inside it, so that is worth it. Okay, I need 45 to the next level. That's pretty simple. It's easy with the soldier Heartless, which are the advanced ones that we've been fighting, because the soldiers give so much more experience points. And one thing to note, if you didn't notice, I mean, if you haven't played the games, then I would understand if you didn't notice, but the soldiers actually have a redesign, a recolor rather. All of the Heartless, aside from the shadows, actually have recolors. Probably to better pop in the final mix version. But like they redesigned Heartless. There are actually new Heartless for the final mix version.
Has Square Enix ever done a good platformer? You tell me, Zen.
Well, would you consider Xenogears to be a platformer? Because you can jump in that, and I don't think it was bad. I think Xenogears is a fantastic game. I just haven't gotten around to finishing it.
You go into the church, you get a good grinding session in there. Giggity.
That is a double entendre too, because there's gears in there. You know what really grinds my gears? All the grinding I have to do.
I was gonna say Heartless.
Alright, now there's no more Heartless, it appears, in the first district. We've fought them off. While we're here, we gonna open this for a postcard. So inside that lockbox is a postcard. That's 3 of 10. There's more that you can get later, but you need lightning magic. And right now we don't have magic yet. It's gonna be later.
Come on.
Let's see, it's 7:43 now. I think we're gonna stick around till around 8:30 or so, because then I'll get ready for work. But that'll give us a good grinding session in, give it, you know, get a little bit further with the game. Traverse Town for right now is mostly just grinding.
I will admit, I like it better, like, when they expand it in the other games.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're going around Traverse Town, it feels like you're on a movie set. Like, everything is so enclosed.
The problem I see with further games in the Kingdom Hearts series, it's not that there's, like, I like that there's more to the levels, but at the same time, I miss how many secrets there were, because in the first game there's so much stuff hidden in each level. I find that they're just pretty much open, like, level grindings. Like they give you a lot more space to fight, but they don't put as much stuff aside from Heartless and Nobodies in these segments. So it's kind of a catch-22. I like that there's more to it. I like that the fighting is flashier, but I kind of miss the level design of the first game. And the good thing about the Gizmo Shop, I love grinding in here, pun intended, but I like fighting in here because there's huge wave after wave of Heartless, and as you get further on in the game, the Heartless gets, like, you get different and stronger Heartless. So, like, later on, you'll fight, like, more and more, like, Invisibles and stuff like that, and they'll just keep multiplying until, like, there's no one left. And it's a really nice place to grind for experience if you're going for the big level 100 trophy. Granted, I haven't looked at the trophy list for the PS4 version. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the PS3, but sometimes they change trophy lists for the remakes. Like, they changed it for the remake of Danganronpa, and that's what threw me off when I was doing my Let's Play. I'm like, I looked at the trophy list and I'm like, wait a second, I should have gotten the trophy by now. Oh wait, they combined 2 trophy lists together, so things are going to be a little bit different for that. And they keep on coming. Like, this is a great experience leveling up place. Especially because while they can surround you, I find it's easier to put them into a corner in this Gizmo Shop, because they have less room to attack you.
It's good up until you get, like, those fat Heartless.
The large
then it becomes
bodies.
annoying.
God fucking damn them. Like, I like the design and I love the idea that you can only attack them from behind, but when they do their ground pound attacks, oh my god, I hate that so much.
At least they don't explode.
Yeah, at least they don't explode. So that's that wave done, and yeah, there's more of them.
They just keep coming.
Why won't it end? I may need to stop for HP soon. I don't want to get a game over here.
Yeah, that would suck.
I've had it happen before. Like, I had a huge grinding session and I died, and I realized, crap, I forgot to save.
I hate that. That's the worst.
I tend to do the rounds in Traverse Town. Like, I go around and I fight Heartless, and then I go back to the accessory shop in waves. But after a while, like, sometimes you forget because you've been grinding so much, and I'm like, ugh. Okay, I think that's everyone.
Yeah, I think I went up against a boss once, and I'd been having trouble with it, and then I finally beat him, but then I forgot to save.
That's always the
It's like-
case.
It's like I go to the next world and then I die and then I realize, oh shit. What level are you at now?
Level 10.
Okay, so 2 more to go.
About to. I might do 3 just because we're on proud mode. I don't want to get my ass kicked because this boss is actually pretty tough on higher difficulties. Granted, it's tough
Right.
because the guard armor cheats. He does that stupid attack where he spins around. And unfortunately, we can't rely on Donald and Goofy. Maybe Goofy because he can attack, but the thing is they haven't been equipped yet. And Donald never does anything right in this game.
Come on.
He never attacks
I mean-
what I want him to.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, once you change his settings so that he's not constantly using his magic, he's a little better, but yeah.
Their AI sucks. I mean, granted, you can make it better, but sometimes he heals you at the worst times. It's like you heal yourself and then he gives you a heal, or he gives you like an item and he wastes all your items when you just healed yourself. Like, god damn it, Donald. I know you're an idiot, like, but I mean, come on. Glomgold referred to you as the employee of the month. Like, come on. It's supposed to be helpful.
To be fair, Goofy can be just as bad with items.
Yeah. Speaking of
I
items, I have a bunch, so I should probably make use of them.
Yeah.
You get a lot of potions around here.
I learned the hard way never to give Goofy any, like, mega potion, mega ether, anything that affects characters all at once, because he'll use them immediately within, like, the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's just like, guy, we have full health. We have full MP. What are you doing?
It's like, that's it. I'm taking this away. I'm taking this away. I'm taking away your privileges. Just go sit in the corner.
Think about what you've done. The good thing about Goofy, though, I use him as my main attacker. He's especially useful in Wonderland against that Trickster Heartless if you give him the jump ability. Oh my god, he's so good in that. Like, that's what made the difference. Like, I ground levels before. Like, I had trouble with the Trickster until he had the jump ability, and then that changed everything. Like, he was just done.
This should help.
So anyway, chat, how you doing? How's everyone doing out there? Hope you're having a fantastic day. What's going on? Watch any good YouTube videos lately?
Well, Max likes the new DuckTales, of course.
Well, yeah.
I've yet to meet anyone that has hated it or had any, like, serious criticism of it.
It's a great reboot. It's really great. The thing
Yeah, like,
Go on.
I said, it sucks that we have to wait till the 23rd for more episodes. I'm like, jonesing for it. I need it.
Yeah, we have to wait that long just to make a new episode. Granted, it probably won't be out till like the month afterwards because, you know, recording and everything, but yeah. I'm looking forward to actually starting like that podcast because the DuckTales debate, well, diving into DuckTales, I should say, has been doing very, very well. I'm surprised. Like, it's almost at 1,000 views. A lot of people said that they're intrigued by the podcast, so I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I keep seeing all these clips and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want the episode now. I actually started watching the old DuckTales. I got like bootleg like of all the seasons from a con I went to recently. I gotta say, like, watching DuckTales as an adult, you have to seriously turn off your brain in order to enjoy certain episodes, because it's like it's heavy use of kid logic, and it can really hurt your head if you think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should do a diving into DuckTales in the past one when we run out of episodes. Like what I would like to do, granted it's if the show is good enough, but I would like to do like a full-on thing with Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and some of the Disney afternoon shows if we ever have time, that is. But it's like the original DuckTales, from what you said, seems a little bit rough.
Yeah, it's... Don't get me wrong, it's still good. The action is still great, and, you know, the characters are mostly likable and everything. It's just, like I said, they rely a lot on, like, kid logic, you know, and things have to, like, be really convoluted to happen, and the plot points you can see coming from a mile away. It's just...
That's a problem. Unfortunately, it's an early Disney show. It worked for its time, but if you look like even at old Disney movies, and we have, if you look at old Disney movies, like some of them really don't hold up. Cough, original Shaggy Dog cough. Granted, Return of the Shaggy Dog is much worse.
But they're fun in like a dated sort of way, and they still have like the absurdity of like watching the dog do all this weird shit. You know, at least you have like the visual comedy for enjoyment.
Yeah, like to be honest, a lot of them have aged to the point of being boring. Shaggy Dog and Shaggy DA have aged to the point where they're hilarious, and I love them.
Yeah, it's like good old 50s cheese or 70s cheese right there.
Yeah, like there's some really good stuff there, and I really wish we could get a hold of the other TV movie, because I hear from what everyone says, like it's really good. Not only that, but it has the voice actor of Aladdin, Steve, playing the...
Oh, shoot, I know his name. Wait, kid. Hold on. I'm ashamed of myself. Like, I should know this. Hang on. It is... Scott Wagner. Yeah, that's him.
And I'm like, he does a great job in anything he does. I love him. He was the reason I love Full House. Well, among others, but...
Yeah. I just like what a moochie is in that show.
My favorite was, I forget her name, Kimmy. Kimmy Gibbler is the best in that show.
Yeah, she is a lot of fun.
Like, some of the other characters I could live without. Like, I don't even like, Michelle. Michelle sucks. But, yeah, I love
Yeah,
Kimmy.
Michelle does suck. Yeah, Michelle and Stephanie suck.
Maybe we should do, like, an ABC, Disney thing.
Oh, Lord. Ugh. I think we'd really have to turn off our brains to watch certain things from the old days.
That's the problem. There's too many things that we can cover. The blessing and curse of the Disney debate is that we didn't specify specifically what Disney thing to cover. But that's the curse, is that we have so much that we could do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we'll get to it in our own time. I mean, I think it's better we just stick with the chronological theatrical releases for now.
Yeah, that's my thing. I like the idea of the DuckTales, of diving into DuckTales and that stuff. Right now, we are still only a third of the way through the decades, and granted, we got through like the shorter decades, the decades that, you know, one of them has only one movie. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say we kind of get to that again with like the 70s or 80s, because there's a plethora of things, but not as many monumental like movies came out during those times. At least not until Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Let's see. What level are we? We're level 11. 76 to the next level. Yeah, this is a good grind spot. Alright, I'm gonna go... I think I'm gonna go to the back area. Because we're actually getting strong enough where I'm not getting destroyed by these Heartless.
Okay. Gabe said it took him 5 attempts to watch the first episode of Fuller House, and then he stopped.
I hear it's just like the original, which is a good and a bad thing. Like, the cheesiness, I hear some of the things haven't aged well. They really haven't.
Yeah, I was meant to get around to watching it just to see what, you know, all the hype was about and everything, but it never really fully captured my attention.
Like, the thing with Full House and ABC shows in general, as a kid, I would watch TV on the weekends, because that was like the only time that my parents would let me watch. And my sister and my parents, you know, when they were around, they'd have us watch this, because it was more wholesome and there was stuff they would watch with us. Granted, I liked some of the shows. I loved Boy Meets World. I think that's a fantastic show. It holds up to this day. I haven't seen Girl Meets World, but I love Boy Meets World. I love how it aged with the characters going to college. And I hear Girl Meets World is hit or miss, but you know what? The original still is great.
I mean, I saw a clip where, like, Mr. Feeney comes back, and I was, like, so excited. I love Mr. Feeney.
Feeney. Favorite character was Eric Matthews. He was the best. And the thing is, I love how complex of a character he was. Like, a character that seemed to be dumb, but really wasn't. And that's the problem that a lot of shows have these days, is they make the character actually dumb, so dumb that they can't function. But this show actually made a character that was believably dumb, and yet he was smart where it counted. He was human. And that's the thing, like, I think characters are made too dumb these days. Like, you need to have a reason for their dumbness. And it's like, he just didn't care about school subjects. And yeah, he was a little bit clueless at times, but he was lovably clueless. And I loved him for that.
It's like what they said in Tropic Thunder. Never go full retard.
Exactly. Granted, I don't like the terminology of that, but, you know, I concur with that statement. It's like, you never want to make a character so dumb that they're not believable. And there's a very fine line. I hear that line is kind of towed with Sora in later games, where he's just so clueless. But I haven't gone to that point. I've actually never played past Kingdom Hearts 2. I played like maybe 5 minutes of Birth by Sleep, but this will be my first time playing Birth by Sleep. So I'm kind of playing these games in order to get a good feel for them. The plan I have for streaming Kingdom Hearts is I'm gonna stream just the main stories of each game, from, you know, this to Chain of Memories, because it has the HD remake. Then I'm gonna go to Kingdom Hearts 2. After that, I'm not sure how to stream 358 over 2 days. I suppose I could emulate it, but I have the original game, like I have it, and I know there's a way to get a 3DS capture card installed, but it has to be installed in your 3DS, and it just, I've looked into it. It's expensive, and there's only one or two people that do it, and they only do so many at a time, and they're usually busy. So I've been trying to do that because I have a lot of 3DS games I'd love to Let's Play, but I'm not sure about streaming it. So maybe an emulation, but I don't know. I don't really like emulation because, one, I like to give money to the actual developers, but two, I think that the problem with some emulations, especially with like DS games that require you to move around a lot, is that the controls. Maybe I suppose I could hook up a controller to it, because some games on Steam support it, but this is all stuff that I'm gonna have to look into. But for right now, at least the first 3 console games have console ports, and I think 358 over 2 deserves gameplay justice, so I'm not just gonna not stream that.
Yeah, it'll be my first time both watching and, I guess just watching at this point, the other Kingdom Hearts games. I'm kind of a purist, just letting y'all know now. I've only played the first and second. I kind of adamantly refuse to play the others until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, if it ever comes out. And don't tell me that it's guaranteed to come out, because they've told us that before, and then only to backtrack.
It's not a guarantee. They have a release date of 2018. Granted, I'm with Butterbuns on saying that, you know, once they say a date, Square Enix is at least good at delivering. They may delay it, but they're at least usually good about release dates. But that's, you know, that's with the caveat of they may have another delay. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a major game. It's going to make them a lot of money. Now that Final Fantasy Versus 13 is finally out, maybe. Ooh, Slapshot. Ah, crap. I can't change my abilities yet. Slapshot is a very good attack. It's basically like, when you put it on, you get a second, like an additional attack to your combo where you just, like, basically smack them in the face with your Keyblade. And it's really strong. It's a great combo. And it usually, like, finishes off most Heartless. Oh, crap. Running.
Run, Sora, run!
Okay. Good thing I have potions. But that was my last one, so I should rearrange my item inventory soon. Right now we're at level 12, so I'm gonna say one more level 13. That's when I'll call it. I'll save the game, and then we'll fight the boss. And then after the boss, I think I'll end the stream, because we've been going on for a while. I want a little bit of time to spend with my cat. My kit, I love my kit so much. She's crazy. She is so damn crazy. My legs have scars. I have so many battle scars from the cat just jumping and attacking my legs. But when she settles down and sits in my lap, she's so cute.
Yeah, that's kittens for you.
Alright, I need to go replenish health. Because, unfortunately, I can't go into my inventory and put items in my inventory because there's Heartless around.
Gabe said he had a bit of a hiccup on his end. I'm not sure if he means video or audio-wise.
I'm not seeing any more drop frames. It could be your internet right now, because I'm looking at the drop frames. I do see a bit of a hiccup earlier, and I did see that, but for the most part, it's been steady. I only have 0.5% of this entire stream, which is a lot less than last time. So it might be on my end, but if there was just a little hiccup, refresh the page, it should be fine.
Yeah, at times for me, like the thing did get a bit glitchy, but it didn't last. It was like nothing major.
Yeah, and this isn't a Let's Play. Like, I found that I can't record and do the Let's Play at the same time. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream games that I'm eventually going to Let's Play in the future, and then once I finish the Let's Play, I review them. That's kind of my format right now, and granted, it's going a little bit slower than I would like, but hey, you know, that's the way things have to be. I think streaming is much more viable than YouTube right now, and that's a problem.
Yeah, Gabe said it's on his end, so stream's doing fine so far.
All right. First of all, thank you, Gabe, for tuning in anyway. But you know, let us know if the stream does derp. I'm gonna try to fix it. Let us know about audio. I'm still kind of new to this part of streaming. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to see more, you know, subscribe, watch the highlights. I'm gonna post highlights of the entire stream once we finish it up every single time. That way people can view it. If you feel like it, you know, you can always donate. I don't have a subscribe button yet, but once I get partnered with Twitch, then that's gonna change. I know, like, Dodger is partnered with Twitch, and she, you know, all you have to do is really stream 3 days a week, which shouldn't be too hard on my end, and I just need to get more people over here. So tell your friends, tell people about us. I'm going to be the main streamer. I'm sometimes going to have co-host. I know Max wants to co-host at some point. And once I get things a little bit further up and running, then we can go from there. But I have it mostly set up on my end to the way I want it right now.
Come on.
Hallway goes on forever.
I know, right? The endless hotel. I like how there's nobody running the hotel. And you can just...
There is, but they're like behind that curtain right there.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. Like, I think if you hit the bell just right or something, like they give you a potion or... I forgot what you had to do to like get it.
It's a clock, and you get a postcard for that. You have to keep hitting it, and you have to have it strike a certain number.
Right.
If I can get.
Okay, I remember that now.
Where's the room? There we go. Sorry, all these, like, some of the doors are actual doors, and some of them aren't. I'm like, what? Real fake doors.
Yay, consistency.
Welcome to Real Fake Doors Emporium. God, I love Rick and Morty so much. All right, so now, can I target the... That's not the right clock. Where is the right clock?
Come on.
Pretty stone. It may have been that room, but I thought you strike the gear on the side of the clock.
I think you do.
Oh, wait, no, I have to strike the clock itself. Oh, wait, no, there's the gear. It's kind of confusing because I can't target it. Come on, just one more.
I think you only have to hit it once.
No, you have to hit it a few times, unfortunately.
Oh, right. You gotta get it to like the proper time.
Oh, there we go. I did it.
Finally.
Yeah, it probably happened earlier. I just can't hear the game audio on my end just because we're in the Discord. I need to figure out... I need to get an audio splitter. That's what it is. Because basically my setup for recording is I have everything streamed through my game chair. And the audio comes out of the chair with the microphone jack. But I can't currently plug it into both my chair and my microphone where I have like Discord voice chat. So I'm gonna figure that out. We'll see. This is all a work in progress, as it will.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, whoever designed this hotel must have had like ADD or something, because he's got like 3 rooms and they're all like differently decorated. It's like, pick a theme and go with it.
Yeah, you have the red room, you have the green room, and it gets confusing because some of the rooms, when you look at them, like the way they designed the sides of the doors and stuff, like they look like doors. Like it's almost like we're in Wonderland in that hotel. By the way, Kat, just so I know, how many people are watching on Twitch right now?
It says 5 people.
Oh, sweet. Well, thank you very much. We had 3 last time, so thank you all for coming in.
Hello, peoples. Bring more friends.
I'm going to try to stream regularly, probably maybe Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, around 6-ish. I'm not gonna have like a set schedule or anything because I do want to do like my own recordings and editing sessions, but I want to make this a regular thing when I play video games. So you get to see what I play. And I've been craving Kingdom Hearts lately. Like, I've been meaning to just sit down and play it, but then, oh wait, Persona came out, and I needed to do a thing on it with Sean, because he wanted to do that whole Persona podcast series with me. And then we wanted to have a Persona 5 panel at Con Bravo, so I had to like basically marathon the game in 2 months.
Yikes.
Granted, it's a fantastic game, but yeah, that took a lot of my time. I haven't had a chance to play anything other than Persona since April.
I always get the urge to play Kingdom Hearts around Halloween, because then I get to play in Halloween Town.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for Halloween. Halloween's gonna be great. And Halloween Town's fantastic. I think it's the best world in this game. Best boss, best design, and there's the least amount of like stupid stuff that you have to do in the world. Tarzan has the most stupid shit.
Yeah, it's just like one big giant jungle.
And like Wonderland I love because there's a lot of stuff going on, and Tarzan tries to be like that, but the problem is I hate the vine swinging, I hate the tree surfing, like it just doesn't function like it should. And it's hard to control, and Clayton as a villain is not very good. He's the only one that has a heartless help him.
Yeah.
Like Agrabah, like Jafar is a fantastic fight in both games. But yeah. Okay, so we just gained that level. We are level 13. I'm gonna fight the boss as soon as we finish this enemy off. Perfect timing, okay. Okay, I have all my abilities, I have everything set up the way I want them to. Now we just gotta save our game. Last thing I want is to lose the fight and then have to do that all again. Nope, ain't gonna fight you. Sorry. Bye, Felicia.
It's like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, we're saved. Now the thing is, the boss is in the 3rd district. That's why I haven't gone over there yet. You can do anything you want in the 1st district, anything you want in the 2nd district, but if you go to the 3rd district, it automatically starts the boss fight. So that's where we're gonna go.
If you go to the 3rd district, you're gonna have a bad time.
Shut up, Sans. No, this is Patrick. Not Chris Crib. Bye. Alright. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
The initial battle isn't so bad because it's just a battle against Soldier Heartless.
Are these the heartless
Oh crap, I
guys?
forgot to add potions to my inventory.
Wah, wah, wah.
I might lose this, but okay. We'll see what happens.
Well, you do have Donald and Goofy, so.
Yeah, Donald and Goofy can potentially heal me. And I did train enough so that the Heartless aren't a problem. I usually do 13 or 14. That's a good, even on prod mode, that's usually a good time. Like that's good enough to where you can easily defeat most of these Heartless. Yep. See, like that's where we want to be. When you can defeat the soldiers, that's easy. But now we have the recolored guard armor. And I actually love this color scheme a little bit better than the original color. Now, the thing about the guard armor, he seems problematic, but all you have to really do is attack the main body. Don't attack anything else, and you can stun lock him sometimes. So you just attack his main body like that. Watch out for his ground attacks. Ow. And then jump and attack him. Because you'll attack all his other parts if you do that. And you'll eventually just destroy one of them without even knowing it. See? Like, I just destroyed his feet without even trying. And that's kind of what you want. And then it drops HP balls, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, if you jump and attack him while he's spinning, you can stun lock him. Not that much of a problem. Now, when he gets to this point, he'll start spinning. He's just a torso, so he'll start spinning. You want to just avoid him, avoid his projectile attack.
Now he's got a cute nickname, Torso Boy.
And, yeah. He's done. I may have over-leveled a bit, but this is Proud mode, so I'm not taking any chances.
Nope.
And... oh, hello, heart. Where are those hearts going? The world
Good
may
question.
never know. And we get the Brave Warrior accessory. And then that you can equip to Sora. That actually is very helpful. Improves some of your stats.
You were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the
I can't help but wonder, like, do the people that become these Heartless, when they get defeated, do they die, or do they just respawn as new monsters?
See,
I wonder if I could find
they're
Ricky
very
and
vague about
Kylie.
that too, and they started exploring that in later games in the series, but I don't know enough to really comment on that.
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the kid.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
Donald, you're a dick.
Yeah, Donald is a dick. You can't come with us if you're not smiling.
No sad face, okay?
Yeah, you gotta look.
He's like, oh, you think you can find my friends? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Happy faces.
Happy?
Dude, his entire world was destroyed. Why do you keep wanting him to be happy?
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one, one for
So
all.
we're now the Three Musketeers.
I love how he had to lean down in order to smile. It's like he was trying to take a shit.
Who'd have thought it? Such is the power.
I love this scene. We have all of the Disney villains together at once, and ooh, I
Oh,
love all the
that's
original
fucking
voice
amazing.
actors too.
And the bright flames of a king's lackeys. Swoggle me eyes.
Swoggle me eyes.
By the look of them. You're no pride.
And Oogie Boogie, also known as Best Villain.
Shut up.
Enough.
And then we have Maleficent, the mistress of all evil.
Will it be he who conquers
My
the
liege.
darkness, or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
So yeah, we see a whole group of Disney villains together, and I'm like, yes.
I just wish this wasn't the only scene where we see that. I would love to see them gang up on Sora at the end, and he has to try to fight them like as they're coming.
I wish they interacted more, and the thing is, the only real thing was during the Hercules world, and they're like, oh, maybe you should accept help from me, and Hades is just like, nah, I got this, And yeah, it's in character for him, but come on, this is Disney's best team of villains.
Yeah, we got more team up in the Disney's House of Mouse, the House of Villains special they did than we do in this game.
All right, so they give us 500 money. Let's see.
Yay, we're rich.
I love how it's called M-U-N-N-Y. See, I was right. That's how you spelled money, like Doombringer, with a U.
I feel like they based it on like the way that Winnie the Pooh spells honey, because he doesn't spell it H-O-N-E-Y, he spells it H-U-N-N-Y.
Alright, you can teleport to the gummy ship from save points. Not all save points let you board the gummy ship. Alright, now we attained the power of fire. We learned the magic spell fire, so we can customize our shortcuts.
Fire.
And we can also, I also got the dodge roll ability, which, oh, thank God, I love this ability. Without it, like, I feel so useless. You can't really dodge well without it. Okay, and there's one more thing. Oh, yeah, Jiminy's giving us her journal. We're given, like, so much at once. Let's see.
I know, Jesus.
Alright, first of all, equipment. Let's give Sora the Brave Warrior. It increases your HP and strength, which I love. I love. God damn it. Guys, you should watch Glove and Boots. It's good, guys. Alright, so now we have the dodge roll. Look at that. Like, this is so useful in battle. So useful. And it makes you go around easier. Okay, customize. So I can set shortcuts for abilities. I prefer to have fire on the X button. And that way, if you hold L2, no, L2, L1, you shortcut to fire.
See ya.
Okay, so we have that. And now we have the Trinity marks.
Oh yeah, those things.
Yep. So if you have all three parties, all three of your main characters in your party, unfortunately guest characters don't count, which is annoying because you have to keep switching them out. But you can do this Trinity thing. So you have one Trinity here, which teleports you to the balcony up above for another postcard.
I admit, the first time I did this, I was stupid, and I immediately jumped off the balcony before getting the postcard. And I couldn't go back until I learned how to do fly.
Oh god. Now this treasure chest we need ice magic for. Let's see, what else did we get? Status. Check. Journal. Chronicles is basically the recap of the story up to this point, which is very brief in this game, but later games it gets better. Characters. So we get all the different characters that we've met so far. It gets a little bit of a blurb about them. I'm just gonna go through and just make sure that, you know, they're all checked off, because I don't like the word new next to my thing.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird sort of OCD thing.
Yeah, I might have OCD, I don't know.
Don't forget to buy more potions.
Yeah, oh no, I don't have to buy them, I just gotta equip them. Cause I'm a dumbass. And I keep forgetting.
Way to go, Zen.
I like how it tells you where they originally were, like the game that they're from. Wait, they're from many Final Fantasies.
Not any particular one, just many.
That's the Moogles. Like, wow. Okay, and then characters.
I'm surprised it's not a sequel yet. Many Final Fantasy.
And then if you look at the journal on each Heartless, it tells you how many you've defeated, which I love. I love.
I love.
But it's really good to help keep track of like how many you've fought and like you fill out your bestiary, because I'm a completionist like that.
You'll complete all the tasks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 100%. Okay, so that's the journal. Oh wait, there's more in this Trinity list. This showcases
Dark side.
This showcases how many of each Trinity that you've completed. It doesn't tell you the world, unfortunately, but it tells you how many of each type you've completed. And all right, equipment. No, items. Yes. Sora. Let's see. No, exchange from stock. Potion. Okay, I'm not giving them any items, but I have my potions. Gummy. I'll worry about that shit later. I'll worry about you later. There's a couple more Trinity marks that we can get to. There's one here. Which has money.
Money.
It's just money. Money. Turn in my postcards.
Rain and money.
Okay, so we get a cottage for 1, mithril shard for 2, mega potion for 3, mega ether for 4. Okay, so we have 4 postcards so far. Some we can't get later. We can't get till later. Sorry, can't talk right now. And you might notice other different types of Trinity marks like elsewhere, like the green ones. We can't use them yet, but what we can do right now is I can lock on and fire.
Fire.
And I thought it'd give you something. Anyway, this is a good place to save up. I'll get the other Trinity marks and stuff later. But thank you guys so much for watching, for joining us, just for playing Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it's a pretty low-key stream right now, but later stuff in the game is going to be pretty epic. This is just the beginning of the game, and the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are pretty low-key. With that being said, thanks for joining me, Kat, as we play through Kingdom Hearts. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my other stuff, and if you feel like it, follow my Twitch channel. I'm going to try to stream a lot more often now that I have this set up, and it's working very well. Just thank you guys so much. If you feel like donating a little bit to the stream, to the show, there's always my Patreon down below, or you can donate directly. Donation link is below. I accept PayPal and whatever, but if not, just watch my stream. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Zenith Warrior. This is Cat Mac, and we will see you guys next time.
Later, y'all.
Hey, this is Megami33. Thank you for watching Zenith Will Review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. If you like what you see, check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/ZenithWillReview.